Greetings, fellow traders. Baldwin here. It's time for the Lunchtime Market Update for Wednesday, February the 10th, 2021. I hope everybody's having a great trading day today. This is brought to you by Positive Trends Research, and everything we're going to talk about is for educational purposes only and not investment advice, so please take a moment to review this disclaimer. Awesome. Good. All right, let's check and see where we're at the market here today. So SPX monthly chart still looking good here over the upper Bollinger Band. Weekly chart, bit of an upper shadow forming from today. Daily chart, we had our first red day in a while. Could be a bearish engulfing candle after yesterday's doji day, but we're still over the ADMA right here. So we're going to see what happens. We got Powell talking this afternoon at 1 o'clock. So we're going to see if that starts. Today is the start of an ABC correction down, possibly to fill this gap down here and do a wave 2 before we work for a sub-wave 3 up for a larger wave 5 up. So we're definitely going to be tracking that going into today. Let's take a look at SPY. Again, volume's kind of creeping up here, right? So again, a lot of times we get some selling volume picks up. So chances are we'll finish up with increased volume here today, but again, seeing some choppy price action here this afternoon. On the S&P futures, it's all about our levels, and it was all about the geometric line this morning here. So big upper shadow off of that geometric line for a nice flush here today. What we found is that when signal zones are really kind of stacking up like this, we're either going to see some really choppy price action, which we're seeing right now, or we're going to see some big slices through there, especially if it's on the downside. So definitely one to keep an eye on here today. Let's see if we're looking at a larger move down, right? We could kind of look at this as sort of a 1, 2, 3, 4, and maybe we'll see a wave 5 down today. If we do see that, then chances are that the wave 2 is getting started here, especially if we close below the ADMA there on the SPX today. So definitely something to track, especially after Powell's talking. The Qs, again, same thing. Nice down moves right here. Gave us a nice bearish engulfing candle right here to break down the 15-hour below. This allowed us to get some good short setups today, because there was a lot of nice stuff setting up. So we'll take a look at a couple of those that we pointed out in the group here this morning. IWM finally lost its geometric line. We talked about in the bubble report this morning. Very, very key level. It was starting to get pretty steep, right? And then, so again, like we said, if it breaks down there, breaks down by the 228 level, we could see the prior day's lows, which we did today. So it's pretty cool stuff there from the bubble report this morning. XLF, again, this was generally pretty weak here this morning too, but it did give a nice rally early on. So again, seeing some interesting stuff here today. It could be a potential bull flag. But again, the breakdown below the channel this morning was key here on the XLF as well, supporting the down move on the market. So let's take a look. Apple, this is one of the ones that we pointed out short in the group today. Why do we like it? Well, we like this big upper shadow right here off of the 15-hour below. We said once we clear the pre-market lows and basically yesterday's lows that we could see some more downside action. Apple's been pretty weak recently. So again, that gave us a nice flush here on Apple and ended up being a fantastic move. Tesla, we pointed this one out on the short radar here this morning too. This is from the bubble report too. So Paul had 2 wave counts in this one. So one of the things that we specified on this is that it could be working on a larger a wave 3 up or a larger wave 2. So we said keep an eye on the price action today, and of course it had some very bearish price action today. It gave us some nice down moves there on Tesla today. Tesla, baby Tesla, again a little bit stronger here this morning. It did give a nice push up. Couldn't really get above the 15-hour high, but it did give a nice move at the open, so that was nice there. One of the ones that we did point out at the open was Nvidia. Very strong candle right here, nice 15-minute candle, good increasing volume on the next candle to get through all-time highs. So good push there, and actually showing relative strength right here with a pretty phenomenal dip buy. Another one that we pointed out this morning was AMD in sympathy with Nvidia. That gave a nice move up to getting really, really close to filling the gap right here, and also a big dip buy here today. Another one that we pointed out in the short radar this morning, just couldn't get away from Amazon. Again, big upper shadow here off the ADMA. Like we're showing right here, we have a 1, 2, 3, 4 possible wave 5 down. Okay, look at that. Quadruple inside 15 on that one. So let's see how it holds the ADMA going into the rest of the day. Again, it's at this point now we're just going to wait on Powell to talk at 1 o'clock to see if that affects the market. So good stuff there. We got a few chart requests out there. So let's take a look at snow. Big down move here this morning. It definitely melted here today. Again, it did give a good gap up, but again, it's really struggling to stay above this 50-day moving average. So that's definitely something to keep an eye on there in snow. PLTR, again, wow, inside day down, but it held the ADMA. Big lower shadow off of that right here. So still continue to keep an eye on this one. If it ends up closing weak, right, end up filling this gap. If it closes weak, kind of towards the lows, keep an eye out for this potential wave C down here on PLTR. That's a possibility as well. DKNG had some weak price action today, but they bought the dip off of it pretty handily off of one of our key levels here intraday. Ended up getting over the 15-hour high for a nice dip buy there on DKNG. Still hanging in there over the ADMA. Twitter after earnings today. So was looking like it might try to do a gap and go this morning. It did give a nice initial push here today. Could not hold. You got your upper shadow right here, then an inside 15 down to kind of go down with the rest of the market. So keep an eye on it, see how it holds this open gap, and if it can build some strength from there. So good stuff there. Other than that, next chart request we have NRGU. So yeah, nice inside day up on this one. Good find here. Bank of Montreal. There you go. So yeah, inside day up and generally looking pretty good right here. The banks are relatively strong here today. So nice to see that one working up there for you. Good stuff there. Lyft had earnings this morning. Again, we talked about this as a potential reversal candidate. We talked about it last night on the live stream because it's kind of gapping up into some prior selling pressure. Right? If you go to the weekly chart, you can see it a little bit better here. There. Yep. So kind of into some selling pressure from there, and then not surprised to see a little bit of a reversal on it today, but still looking pretty good right here. And Uber up in sympathy with it here today, and this is looking pretty strong. We have earnings tonight on Uber, so let's see how that holds going into tomorrow as well. So good stuff, guys. Appreciate the requests, and I hope everybody has an awesome rest of your trading day. Keep an eye out for what Powell has to say at 1 o'clock Eastern time, and we'll see you guys in the market wrap, and stay healthy out there, and remember your risk first, and stay safe, see you in the game.